Welcome everyone to the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. I'm your host Michael Pickering, and that's right, Lo-Fi as in low fidelity, low quality, in your face, messy as can be global news show. Here we're going to talk about that famous question, what's going on in the world today? We'll start by covering 5 headlines from across the globe, and then choose one to go into a more detailed analysis. The news, fresh off the press. Source, AP News International. A snapshot of Mexico's cartel landscape amid rising violence. The implications, that even with a new president dedicated to fighting the cartels, this long-running problem persists. Can anything be done to stop cartel violence? Our next story, New Zealand passes landmark law to decriminalize abortion. The new law allows women who are up to 20 weeks pregnant to get an abortion, and those over 20 weeks to get one with the approval from a health practitioner. The implications, this battle has been going on for decades in New Zealand, and is by no means finished, even if right now legislation definitively points in one direction over the other. Up next, Syrian war, rumbling into 10th year, still has global impact. The latest being the new and increased conflict between Turkish and Syrian government troops. The implications, in a time where it has been believed by many that the war was getting close to a conclusion with the government's victory in sight, other countries continue to meddle in Syria's sovereignty, and the war rages on. And our headline in the spotlight today, Putin orders Russian constitutional vote despite virus fears. The Russian Constitutional Court approved a law that would give the president the ability to run for another 2 terms in office. And today, President Vladimir Putin declared a countrywide vote on the amendment to take place on April 22nd. However, he further stated that the vote could be delayed depending on the state of COVID-19 in the country. The background and implications of this story. Putin came to power in 1999 as an appointed interim president. He then won the presidential election in 2000 and again in 2004. When he was term limited out of office in 2008, he switched to be prime minister of the country until 2012. During his 4 years as prime minister, he changed the constitution, allowing him to run for 2 more additional terms since he took a break from being president. Additionally, he increased the term lengths from 4 years to 6 years, meaning that his first 2 terms in office were 8 years collectively. The next 2 terms in office would be 12 years collectively. His prime ministership ended in 2012 when he ran for president again and won, and then in 2018 when he ran again and won again, meaning he was due to leave office in 2024. With this new law, however, he would be able to remain president, if he wins the next 2 elections, until 2036. At this moment in time, Putin is the longest reigning leader of Russia since Joseph Stalin during the time of the USSR. If he remained until 2036, he would leave office at the beautiful age of 84. What does this mean for Russian politics? Is Russia really Putin's Russia? What do you think? Write in and let me know your thoughts. And a last piece of news from the BBC World section. Fossil, Wonder Chicken, could be earliest known fowl. In case you're wondering what a fowl is, we're talking about chickens. A newly discovered fossil could be the earliest ancestor of every chicken on the planet. As the BBC tells us, this wonder chicken fossil comes from just before the asteroid hit that wiped out the dinosaurs about 67 million years ago. As Dr. Daniel Field of the University of Cambridge states, it's the only nearly complete skull of a modern bird that we have, so far, from the age of dinosaurs. So if you ever wondered where chickens came from, wonder no more, because we found Wonder Chicken. And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Let me say thank you so much for listening. Stay safe, wash those hands, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Lo-Fi Poli Sci podcast. Pickering, signing off.